First of all, let's talk to the crew. Since most of them are down here, I should go there first. Whoops. It's here. Yeah. Hello.
Anything you need, Commander?
It's so weird how we're just walking up to him, not saying anything. He's turning around, not saying anything. It's weird.
Trying to get a sense of where the crew's at.
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the count. Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
In Bot? Okay, probably some training program, but I think we're not familiar with the term yet.
Tell me about.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Okay.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Yeah.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
You must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Doesn't sound good.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Guess that's an easy way. Getting resources.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. That's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on...
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Okay. Recovered items. Okay. All level 3. Wait a second. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. Pretty good. Okay. I don't get this one. It's level 3, the Kessler 3. But it's really bad. It's like, I don't know. Well, yeah, of course it's better than the Kessler one, yeah. There we go. Reaper 3. Cool. That's great. Transfer installed upgrades, yes. Alright, we just got a better snipe of what we used before. That's good. Breads aren't all that great. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It was just remarkable that it was so... I mean, from level 3, I expect something else, but this is not really good. And I should probably transfer some of these to Gel. Okay. I'm using the Banshee 3. Well, to be honest, since I never used the assault rifle, I could just use this one. And who was it who used the assault rifle? Was it Rex? I'm not quite sure, but I should give the better one, or the best one to him. Well, we'll see. Shotguns. Just some clearing the inventory here. And show one. That's 82. Yeah. Goodbye. I think we're good for now. Let's search for the other ones. I think we're gonna use this elevator. Because most of them are down there, right? No fancy elevator music. Sad. Is the game somewhat lower in volume today? Is it just me, or I don't know. I feel like it's lower in volume. That's weird. Garrus.
Commander, how are you?
Good.
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Huh.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
You think so too? Yeah, I'll just up the volume here a bit. Weird. I mean, the sound is totally bad and buggy in the game anyways. Let's see if this is better. You just gotta tell me. Alright. Ashley.
Commander, you have a minute to talk.
Yeah?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Okay. Why all of a sudden is she so... Well, I mean, she was subtle, but she mentioned something like this before, like aliens are bad. But...
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Okay.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Could be true, but we don't know that for sure, so... That's too easy. That's way too easy to figure.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Some decent racism here. I mean, she didn't compare the other, I mean, our allies to dogs, right? she didn't do that, but it's not that far off, and that's not cool.
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Yeah, okay. But shouldn't that be like a good basis now to improve to improve your, I don't know, your how do you say it, to improve your own thinking, your own mind on other races? I mean, if she was always ground-sided and never worked with aliens before, this is the best situation on making new contacts and maybe learn something, right? That's why people didn't like her that much. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is some racism. Decent, but still. And I don't get why. I mean, I would understand it if she was like, I don't know, her parents were killed of a Tyrian traitor and a Krogan actually stole her birthday cake. I don't know, something like that. But she never even had any contact to them. And that's so, I don't know, that's so blindsided. Ugh.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, sir.
You're lucky. I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a bigger garrison. Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan. When we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold bricking.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one I know who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh, Lord. You went to the Makapog boot camp, too? Yeah. Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there. Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
Okay. That is not the reason why you actually dislike her on that. Okay. Yeah, if it's not a spoiler, please let us know. Yana, welcome, by the way. You are just almost an hour too late. So we may do it again, though. Don't worry. I enjoyed it. How are you doing, by the way? And the undead used you as well. All right. Let's go with this one.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
What about me? That's the opener. So no. Nope. I will not choose her for a romantic experience. So
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
what is this question doing?
Your opinion on the last...
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Yeah. But there could be the situation that you are, I don't know, not getting along with your family. It's not impossible.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Bet you do. Okay. She was using the pistol, so... Not working. What is Liara using? Good question. Problem is I can't see it from here, so... Rex was using the assault rifles, so we're gonna give this one to him. Yes. Or did he use the shotgun? No, he was the assault rifle guy, yeah. Garrus is probably also using an assault rifle, so he's gonna get this one. Damn, no toxin left. Damage versus organics. Damage versus synthetics. Oh, there it is. Toxin damage. Accuracy. Heat absorption. There we go.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Okay.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
Yeah, okay. But if it was a trading vessel with a lot of guards, I mean, there should have been something of value, no?
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Okay. Well, welcome. Oh, Rex is your favorite character in the whole series? Really? Okay. Interesting. Well, so far I really like him as well. He's pretty cool. And he's interesting. Like, there's a lot to learn about him. He's cool.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger.
Oh, we had that
We're
already.
too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So long, Rex.
Shepherd.
Okay. So he met Saren, actually. What's my favorite team so far? Oh, that's very hard to say. I feel like I like all of them somehow, but my favorites so far are definitely Tally, Rax, and Garrus. I would say these three. So yeah, I haven't made up my favorite team yet. Gotta think about it.
Oh, hello, Shepherd.
Like I need this.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepherd. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
True.
I should go.
See you later.
She's cute.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
No.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay. I think we had all of them except Tiara, right? Not Tiara, Liara. Liara Sony, right? That was her name. Oh. Okay, was she at the medical station? Medical part? She wanted to see the doctor, right?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Is she here? Oh yeah, she is.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
How far are we in yet? Yeah. No, it's just after, right after that mission where we got Liara.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Goodbye. Right, in the middle of the conversation. Goodbye.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepherd. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepherd. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Oh god. She will blush.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
You know why Benezia joined up with...
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her.
something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Okay. So they need a partner, but it doesn't matter who or what it is. That's kind of interesting. That's disgusting. No.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Okay.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Okay, so it's not her father, it's just another Asari then. Interesting. Casually discussing Asari reproduction during the first conversation? Yeah, I mean, we started by asking how she was, right? It's no wonder the conversation took this turn. It's pretty understandable.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Okay. Well, it's kind of refreshing. It doesn't happen often that pure bloods are bad things. Happens all the time in the conversations. Yeah, I mean, it's a very public topic. Yeah, but this is kind of a very different turn, but this is where BioWare is really good at. I mean, if you think about Dragon Age, I'm always coming to Dragon Age when I want to compare it. They have the elven people who are actually suppressed and not the superior race. That's something which is, I would say, different in at least 90% of the other games. yeah, it's cool. It's cool that they deliver a different view on things. So,
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
it's a very romantic way to see it, but yeah.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepherd.
Okay. Interesting. A very interesting first conversation. But yeah. All right. That means we can get back. Should we talk to Joker? I think so.
Yes, come
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're collecting the codex pages again and go check on them later on.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the...
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I have to go.
Alright.
Okay. I think we talked to him already, so. Okie dokie. That means we can select a new place to go. There we go. Pharos and Novaria. I think we should check out Pharos first because there was a Geth attack. Or well, would it be smarter to go to Novaria first? I mean, the Geth attack did already happen, but Novaria is. Maybe in danger. So yeah. How do we find it though? Where is it? We could also land on a planet with no mission. Yeah, we could. But, I want to do a mission first.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepherd, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I want to do one of those missions first, so we actually have some progress. That's why. Mass Effect really teaches you how important techniques of pleasantly ending conversations in real life. I have to go, or you should go, or goodbye. Goodbye in the middle of a conversation also works, yeah. Harlan, sure enough. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Ours is actually shown here. Alright. Noveria. Noveria was the interest one, right? The Geth had interest in Noveria. So yeah, let's go there. Stranus. Noveria. No. Okay. Svara, Purana, Velas, Noveria. Oh, frozen. Noveria is a small frozen terrestrial world, barely habitable by conventional definitions. It is privately chartered by the Noveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given Noveria's unique situation, it is the source of many wild conspiracy theories. Huge population. And a long day with 52 hours. -1 degree Celsius, okay. Well, let's check it out.